Good morning, everyone. Today I am trying to get my lighting a little better. I am putting away my dies that I got on Temu. I think I got them back in May. And I think I've showed you before how I was putting these. I bought these from Amazon. They're plastic, so if you got anything on them, it would just wipe right off. I'm putting them in alphabetical order. You get 3 different sizes of, like you get 2 small at the top and then one, you know, a double, like a double. 2 singles and a double, don't want to say that. And then there's also, 2 doubles. Or, yeah, it's like a double. And then there's also like a single. Full. And so anyway, I've been putting them in here. I like the storage. And now the only thing is, lots of times I put them in here before I cut them, and then I need a big one, and then they could actually go down to a smaller one like this one here. So I might move them just because I don't have too many of this page, but I don't have to right now because I do have more over here. So, and I've been putting them in here alphabetical. So here's animals, artist, and then I have, well, it's still animals. So actually this needs to be over here, but I think I have more animals, so I maybe just need to move this. But then I have elephants. What is this? Huh. Oh, I think it's different things that actually went with the elephants. And, oh, 2 pockets, elephants and rubber stamp. Okay, so there is rubber stamps that go with this. So then I would write on it that rubber stamps goes with it. Okay, and so, but I do want animals before artists. I am strong. Okay, and here's more animals here because I got bunnies, I got bears. Maybe when I started this, I only had the one because I have added. So artists will go after that. And now I have the ones that came with the safari. Well, I bought to go with the safari because they showed it both. You could either buy it one way or the other. And so I think since animals is first, I'm going to actually put the Jeep with the Jeep picture with the animals on it with this. And so I've been saving pictures to go with it, at least till I get one made, so I might not even need it anymore, but I'm going to stick it in there. And I may want it in a double even. I mean, I really don't need a double anymore. So I could actually cut this down. So I just put this in here. I leave it in the bag. I didn't at first, and some of them aren't. But this one has some little tiny pieces. Whoops, I'm trying to put it in the wrong side. It has some little tiny pieces, so I might want to keep it in the bag. Or sometimes I was just using a little bag for the tiny pieces. So I'm gonna stick this in here right now that I've got it stuck to here. I was sometimes just sticking it to the bag like when I got it, but then when I get them, I actually get rid of that. Maybe if I can get it off my finger. I think I'm just gonna carry it. Okay, so it's got all the animals here, and I guess they just show the animals twice. Oh, they show them as the metal die and then also cut out. So this one I think is small enough I can put it in the pocket. And then I will probably cut these and put them in there later, or maybe I should go get, I think I can go and get my cutter, and that way I can just do it as I go. Okay, I was gonna cut these, But this one here shows how they're arranged so that you can see all their faces. So I think I might just end up just taking one pocket and putting all these extra ones that I made bigger, because, you know, as long as I know what they are, then I could always come back to like one page where maybe I just poke holes in it and put them over here or something, because I also printed this one out large, you know, a 4x6, and so I might kind of want to leave it like this. I mean, this one I know what it looks like pretty much, but this one was, you had to be real careful to get so you could see all the animals. And I want to know that this stuff goes with the set. So I think I might figure out a way to put these in here. And, you know, since I bothered to print them out, so I think I'm gonna forgo cutting them up right now. And now I don't know what to do with that. Because, yeah, this die, and it's like, I love this little camera die. And so that's really cute. So then I'm gonna go to now what did I call these? I called these bases. See, maybe I need to write down what they are. Okay, so I wondered what I had for birthday, because we have a birthday swap coming up. So butterflies, Christmas, so cameras should be before that. So then we have the circus, and then Christmas. So camera needs to actually be right in here. And I don't think that one will fit into, I don't think that's gonna fit into that smaller size. So I'm gonna go with this size, which that, if I trimmed it down, it would actually fit in there. So since I can make that one fit in there, I'm gonna actually do that. I loved making these, even though it was a lot of parts and I had to make 10. It was just such a fun project. You know, some projects are just funner than others. Okay, and I'm still gonna have to cut it down a little bit this way, so maybe I don't want to cut it all. Let me see, the smallest I can get it without cutting off stuff that I want to see. Okay, I could go with that. And sometimes I've found these flaps are like sewn to the wrong part, or, you know, melted or whatever, however they make them like that. Okay, so this will go in there, and then I can put this back there, and it has the hearts and everything in it, so that was really fun. There was just, the only thing that wasn't in there was this little piece here and the little spot. So that wasn't too bad to have to figure out. Okay, so that one worked good. And you know, if I ended up with a lot of this size, I would put those things in there, you know, with the animals. But because one of the, I think it was, oh, the little cowgirl, it's like me trying to figure her out was difficult. Okay, now I have to decide if this is going to go in Jeep, cars, or vehicles. So I'm wondering if I would just think they're all cars, or if I'd just look for it as a Jeep. Decision. I think I might put it in Jeep. I told you how my sister has a Jeep. Okay, we got fall. So I gotta think of my alphabet here. And then we got fishing. Then we got flowers. Got a lot of F's. Now we got G's. And here's medical. So it'd go right in between here. And this is a wider one too, so it's gonna take another one of those halves. And, oh, this one here is, oh, it's too small. Sometimes there's that one that's divided. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here, and I guess I could put the animals in here. Maybe I'll just do that. I mean, if one of the parts, like this one where there's 2 parts, and sorry about the mowing husband. Of course he's going right by the window, right when I'm talking. And I closed some of the windows because he was kind of freezing me out. Okay, I did close the windows so it's less noisy. Yeah, it's like it's 70 something here today, and I'm one of these people that are kind of cold. Unless, now if it's humid, it's a whole nother story. Now this is a die that I did not get the rubber stamp, and it's kind of one that it's like it's hard to even tell what it is. And I know that there were some people in one of my Facebook groups that actually just tried doodling their things, but I think their things were like flowers, which would be, I could handle that. But I'm still holding on to the die because look at how cute that is. I don't know if you can see it good or not, but it's adorable. And it's about pies. My mom was such a pie maker. So I'm kind of holding on to it, but I hate to, I mean, maybe I'll stick it in the back of one of the books. So I'm gonna leave that out for right now. Okay, I'm just gonna do a few of these. Now this one here, I know I have to have a picture because there's no way that I could have done it without it. This is the one where it's like the beach bag, and I did it for a tag swap where it was just one person. And then I was gonna do it for the 10, and it's like, oh, I can't handle that. But I will do it for a swap sometime. And I guess I'm gonna have to find the picture for that. I guess I could put it away because I'm gonna call it beach. So I'm just showing you how I'm, setting everything up. Now this will be to the point where I'm gonna have to take some things out and put something else, or I've got 2 other books because the one that I had the letters in, I still have these letters in, but I think these letters, since they're just on that plate and these are words, I'm gonna put these both under words because that way I got everything in the same way. So that will end up at the bottom or at the back of a book. So I do have 2 more books. So I thought I was full, so I bought 2 more books. But I still do have room. Okay, so I need beach in here. So they will be actually before butterflies, actually before books, and before borders. And balloons. After balloons. So it's gonna be right in here. So I'm gonna, and I would say this is gonna need at least a half of one. See, I need the half one more than anything. And what did I just run out of? Oh, here they are. Nope, these are full ones. Oh, I have a half of one. That's what there's that full, or that, one of these where it's got 3. I'm gonna say that, where it has 3. So I'm gonna put that in here. And when I find the other part, oh yeah, well, I thought for a minute it wasn't even gonna fit in the half one. I really want to put this on top. This was such a cool die, cute die, but it was a lot of pieces and a lot of work putting it together, but it was so cute. So I do want to do it again because I'd like to do one for myself. Usually I make one for myself. There has been a couple times where I didn't, and then I regret not having it. Okay. And this is also a beach. And I do have the parts to that, and that should fit in here. And then I have, I have really small pieces in there too, so it actually has some small pieces. So it has another thing. Oh, I keep thinking I can just put them in the back. So that was cute because it has little flip-flops. And I'm really into flip-flops. Okay, then we have school, which I haven't used this one yet. And let's see, we have kids. So do I have them under people or children? So that's kind of the hard part. It's like, you know, did I put them all? I think I put them all underneath people. Yeah, otherwise there'd be children here someplace. Yep. So I have them underneath people, and I think that is all the way to here. And so I'm just kind of giving you an idea. I really like it once I have them in here, because then all you do is have to flip. And this is called a Rolodex thing. Okay. So you know what? My people's got to be in here. Yep, here they are. Okay. So this one, it's one larger piece because it's the little boy pulling his sister in the wagon. She's in a wagon, he's on the bike. And so that is not going to fit in there. Oh, but I could actually put it with this other one where the two kids are together. Or I could put it in the top. I guess I can put it in the top for now. But I mean, they're both like a single. So maybe I'll just put it over here because it won't take up a lot of room. And when I flip it, I can see the other one anyway. So I like that. I still have room here, and then I still have that just divided. The two, I gotta think of what I'm calling everything. Oh, now I put the camera up here, but I have the Polaroids over here. But I don't know. I think I might still look for those there because I'm thinking that those are Polaroids, even though that's a Polaroid camera. Okay. And oh, this I have under soccer. I thought I seen those people there, and it's like, well, those are people. Okay. So I'm gonna continue putting them away, and then I will come back and show you what I got through. Hopefully I'll have all these put away because I told you yesterday my sister's coming. I would just like my art room to look a little better, and so I want to put all these away. So I'll be back in a few minutes and show you what I've done. Oh, by the way, I don't think I said this yet. I got the letters pulled off that paper, and I'm just putting them in their own thing because sometimes you're just looking for letters. And I know there's been a couple times when I needed an ampersand and I needed a number sign. What is it? What hashtag? A hashtag. So, and one time I needed a question mark, so it's all in there. So, okay. So I will be back in a few, and I'll show you how far I've got. Okay, I am back, and my husband opened up the door, and now there's things flying around again. I'm trying to get my lighting a little better here. Okay, so right here, now it starts with amusement, and I put the circus ones here, and then I have, or the circus tent, and then I have animals. And I put cowgirl under animals just because I would look for the horses. Then I've got bears, which are just all under animals. And I've got artist. And then I've decided like this would be a base because kind of that's what I've been using it for. Then I have beach. And then borders, books, which I guess I could have put them under school, but I didn't. And then butterflies. And then I decided to bring the Polaroid on a clothesline over here to cameras. So I got all the camera stuff together. And then I've got Christmas, so even though it might be baking also. And I put the New Year's Eve one here just because I thought this is probably the only way I'll remember where it's at. Oh, more stuff flying around. It's gotten really windy all of a sudden. Okay, more Christmas. So this only goes through Christmas. And I realize that this is probably backwards because this is probably supposed to be where you pull the cord from, but oh well, this is how it is today. And then here I have clothing, you know, the tennis shoes, the sweatshirt, and then I have cooking. And I was gonna have a baking, but I thought, oh, I've got more than just baking, so I put just cooking. Have doilies. And then I have a bigger doily, but it actually wouldn't fit in here. So I've got some things that are too big in one of those shoe boxes. Then I've got Easter. And then faith-based things. I'm just waiting for everything to go blowing by. And then I have fall. Then I have feathers and fruit. Fishing. Oh, I guess fishing would be before fruit. Well, not today. And then I have flora. Yeah, flora would be before fruit too. But there was a space there, so I'm using that. And then I have football. So most of these I haven't even used yet. But so, oh, and I do have 5, and some are fuller than others. But I just kind of broke it up. I didn't want to break up the theme. So, you know, if I had flowers, I wanted to make sure they all stayed in the same book. So, but I still wanted them as alphabetical as I could get them. And then I have games. And, you know, so it's got tic-tac-toe. I've got the game controller. I've got cards. And then I've got gardening and gate. And then I stuck vegetables there too, because I figured that's what we do. We have vegetable garden, so. And then Halloween. And I do have home things. Well, actually only this. I have the dryer. I suppose I could have put those with clothes. So, you know, I'll kind of, you know, figure it out, because, you know, I did end up changing some things like the camera and something else too. So as I go, I'll, you know, kind of fine tune it. And when I get it fine tuned, then I have these, so I could write on them and like have the theme there. And right now I have 25 of these. So I mean, even if I just did alphabetical, yeah, that would get me through basically the whole alphabet. Because I don't think I have any xylophones or zoo. So, and then medical. I mean, it's some things I only have one thing. And then I have the these movie kids, and I just got the chair the last time I ordered from Temu. So, because at first it's like I just assumed it came with it. Well, on Temu you can't just assume things. And then I have the other movie set. Then I have mushrooms and music. And then I have people. And the people, I ended up putting the army man here. And again, I thought I would get all 3 army men, but I only got 1. So I would like to get the other 2 army men, because I don't know if Aiden still plays it, but it's like he loved the army men. And then he dressed up like him for Halloween that one year, and it was so amazing, the outfit that his mom did the outfit. It was just amazing. So I've got people here, and you know, I put both kids on here because that way I saved that space. I've got a bunch of little girls here. And let's see, they have umbrellas, they have flowers. So I haven't used those yet. They'll be fun. And then I got those cute little girls and the surfer girl. This one's like walking a poodle. And then I have the Rolodex thing. And then space. And then I have soccer, which I realized soccer would go before the space, but I already had this here, and I had the little pocket, so I'm leaving it there because I would flip, you know, a couple. So, and then I have St. Patrick's Day, and then I have stamps, and then I have tickets also, even though I'm leaving them together because they came together. And I would know to look there. And I have school, I just have the one school. And then the picnic set I have, I decided to put them in summer. And then I've got tags. And this was a set that I ordered on Amazon, and you got all the tags, 5 different kind. So that was, I thought that was a real bargain, and they were inexpensive. And then teeth, and it's got a tooth that's a fairy, a tooth that, you know, is a guy with a mustache, and a tooth that's a pirate, and a boy-girl tooth. So I'm going to be using those pretty soon. And then I have tools. And I have a die set to go with this too. In fact, the last time I did it, I just ended up not even using the die because I had a hard time getting it straight, and it left the white around it, and I liked it better without. So there you have that. And then here I have travel and a suitcase, which is travel to me. Trees, Valentine's Day, and hearts. I'll put those all together. So hearts will go under Valentine's Day. And then I decided to do winter instead of ice skates, snowflakes, all that kind of stuff. I just decided to do winter because really all my winter will be, well, grandkids, and ice skaters will be grandkids. And I'll just know to look in winter. And then I put the words back here. And then these 2 plates that cut out a whole alphabet whenever I cut it out. So I wanted those together. And that was the one that I knew it looked like writing, but it was capital and then a small. So that was what I was thinking of yesterday when I was doing the letters. So I'm really excited to have those done because they have been sitting there since May. And I have this many things left. I don't think I have another book. I think I have 5 books. So I don't know how they expected all these to fit in there, because I'll tell you, this one is my smallest. This one has 16 in it, and it is packed. So when I go through them again, I'll try to spread them out a little more. Maybe do 12 in a set or something. But pretty excited to have them all done because, you know, the last few times I did embellishments, I would have to look through my 3 books then, but, you know, I knew that, you know, it was still alphabetical, so I'd try to grab the book, and then it's like, oh, it's not there, and then I'd have to go through my little thing here that I had all of them in here, and I had to tell you, that thing was heavy, full of them. And each one of these books is heavy. And then these are the rubber stamps that go with them, but they wouldn't fit actually into the pocket with them. But I did have a couple that they actually fit in the pocket right with them, so I just went ahead and put them together. Otherwise, I put a sticker on them, or a note that said, you know, like this one says, I have a die. This one I don't. This one I wrote, I have a die. And this one I wrote, I have a die. And so the dies I wrote, I have a stamp, because otherwise I probably would not look for them. But that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Let me know how you keep your dies, and if you keep your stamps and your dies together, and if you do keep your stamp and your dies together, I would like to know how you do that. So yeah, I'm interested in knowing, because so far I really like how this works for me, and yeah, I would like to know how everybody else keeps theirs. So have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.